to quickly show you some of the features of this full HD mini body cam. This is the box that it came in. I've already taken everything out of the box. I've had a chance to try it out, and I just wanted to tell you about some of the features. Now, this camera is super lightweight, rugged, and convenient. I took it hiking with me this past weekend. I loved having the option for hands-free footage so that I could remain in the moment but still have video clips to look back on. I love having photos and videos to prompt memories and also to be able to share on social media. So this little camera, when you first get it, everything came very securely packaged in the box. There was a film over the lens, which I removed to be able to get clear footage. You want to remove that right away. It does have a full 360 rotational clip on the back. I used this just to clip it right to my shirt. It was very secure. It does also have an elastic armband. I love the style of Velcro on this. The hook side of the hook and loop is very smooth. It will not damage your clothing, but it hooks very securely. And the band is slightly elastic, so you don't have to worry about accidentally cinching it too tight and then having any marks left on your skin. So when you take it out of the box, you will want to use the enclosed charging cable to fully charge it. Takes about 3.5 hours, so you just need to plan ahead. I charged it the night before we went. And then ideally, you will also use the same cord to connect it to your computer to make sure that your computer is happy with the formatting of the 128 gigabyte SD drive that's inside. Sometimes computers like to reformat SD drives so that they can read the files easier later. Technology, what can I say? So you do want to do that. I forgot to do that, so hopefully my computer is happy with the footage. At the same time as when you're first connecting the camera to your computer, I strongly do encourage formatting that SD for whatever computer or device you'll be using to remove the files later. You can open up a time file. It's a text file that is on the camera, and in that there you can set the correct time and date, and you can also choose whether or not to have the time date stamp on the bottom of your footage. So I will do that when I connect it in just a little bit to take my files off. So all of your video files will be saved in 5-minute increments. The internal memory will hold about 7 hours of recording, and then it will automatically loop, deleting the oldest footage to record new footage. So you can just constantly be recording new things. That looping is great. When there's something that you know that you really want to save, at that point you can transfer just the files that you want. Another reason to have the time and date correct, so it's easy to find what you're looking for. So you can, the battery will last for about 5.5 hours of recording, which is a pretty long time. Or you can use this cable to connect it to a portable battery pack, just a 5-volt, nothing huge, or to a adapter in your car if you wanted to use this, say for a rideshare situation, or if you're doing like off-roading, mudding, and you want to have it pointed out the windshield so you can capture what that experience really looked like for anybody who wasn't there. So if you have it connected to a power source, it will just keep running indefinitely because it's running off of the power source. And because it's looping the footage, you can just keep recording as long as you want until you get something that you really want to save. Now you can, if you have an Android that has, so this cord is the USB-C. Sorry, this side is the USB-C to a standard USB. It does come with another adapter to go from standard USB to USB-C. So if you have an Android phone or tablet or laptop that has an open USB-C port. You can actually connect this right to your phone and transfer footage onto your phone. The instructions give you recommendations for, they recommend VLC Media Player. There's an Android version and a version for your desktop computer. You can get a converter to go from USB to iOS Lightning to connect it to your iPhone, or to a micro USB. I know micros aren't as common. Some of the older tablets did have those. So depending on what you're looking for, you can get the other adapters as well. I have not gotten the iOS adapter yet, so I will just be transferring files onto my desktop computer or onto a laptop. So that is 128 gigabytes internal storage, 5.5 hours of runtime, 7 hours of recording time with the infinite loop function. So you can just keep recording. It will keep the most recent 7 hours of recording without you having to do anything at all. Now let's look at how to turn it on. There is one button on the side, that's the power button. It also is the recording start stop button, multifunction, love it. So this is your LED indicator. To turn it on, I'll hold the blinks blue to show that it turned on. And now it switched to red. Now the red is blinking. This means I am currently recording. So I can keep recording, or I can just do a quick tap and it'll go back to blue, and I've stopped that recording. It does have a microphone, so you are getting both audio and visual. If for some reason when you're transferring onto your computer, you're not able to read both audio and visual, download the recommended program. Not all video programs read files the same. So they do recommend VLC Media Player, which I have used in the past. Great free or nearly free program that will read your files properly. Now, say it's nighttime, I'm using this as a dash cam and I want to be able to record interactions, but there's really low light. I can switch it to the nighttime IR recording mode. I'll do that by quick tapping twice. Saw the LED blue blinked. And now when I go to start it, it's gonna blink red like normal, but it is in the nighttime recording mode, which uses IR. That will record, it'll capture about 6 feet worth of data. I can turn that back off. And then I will switch back to regular camera mode by doing another quick double tap. You saw it blinked really quick, and we are back to regular camera mode. Now to turn it off all the way to save battery, I will just do a long hold again. And it blinked a bunch of times and is off, so it is off, and it is ready to go for when I want to turn it back on. So I really like how lightweight this is, how unobtrusive it is, really easy to clip onto something to get that in the moment footage for either your personal memories or for more official documenting, record keeping. There are different situations that this could be used for. I will personally be using it for more like in the moment, while we're hiking, paddle boarding, different outdoor activities where I'm actively doing something, but so it's not convenient to grab my phone or a full-size camera to record it, but I'd like to have those memories for later. There are situations like rideshare, or if you have permission, you can use it for things like recording classroom lectures. It's small enough that it won't distract the other students, but you would want to just talk with your professor first to make sure that they are comfortable with being recorded. Or for things like security, say if you're doing rideshare driving and you just want to have that little bit of extra proactive security of the people know that they're going to be recorded, and so they will be on their best behavior. So there are a lot of different ways that you could use this, everything from sports to documentation, and I think it will be a great addition to your camera kit too.